Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking some Taoism concepts. So yesterday we kicked off with the first of the five core elements of the world. So Taoism is more about world modeling. So 金木水火土金, we talked about yesterday. It's a metal and commonly known today as the most expensive kind of metal, gold. I suspect that there are more expensive metals nowadays. I'm not sure. I thought gold is not the most rare, but yeah, in popular culture or population, popular population, that gold still, I guess, universally as the most expensive metal, and therefore used as, I guess, the top one as the representation of the whole thing, whole category. So jin can be both metal and gold, and mu is the second material or the basic element of how the world is made of. Not how, but what the world is made of. Mu is the second big one. Pronunciation easy, mu, right? Even English speakers can pronounce that. It's a fallen tone, and you can see simplified traditional looks the same. It's basically a cross and add a stroke to the left and right. That's it. You hardly think much about it, but 2,000 years ago's dictionary gives it a little bit more. It's a hyperbola, is it called hyperbola or parabola, upward turning and downward turning. So two cups, right? Top and down connected one with one vertical line. So that is the root of the tree, the canopy of the tree connected by the trunk of the tree. Chinese visualize tree, including the invisible part, the underground part, versus when we ask a kid to draw a tree, it's the visible part, only the trunk, the top part of the tree that's in our everyday life. But no, Chinese almost like have an X-ray picture of a cross section of the tree. It has the top and bottom structure. And if you look at it closely here, this dictionary almost shows the bottom, the root of the tree, is slightly bigger than the top. That makes sense, right? For the tree to stand on there, it gotta be equally or more so rooted underground for it to hold the weight and the force of the elements, the wind, right? The rain, the storms, for the tree to endure all that eroding powers from nature. It got deeply rooted. Okay, so that's Chinese tree conceptualization. And I would imagine at the beginning of civilization, tree is, for the most part, readily available. Before farming, before we come to use the soil, we have to cut down a lot of trees to make the clearing. So tree as the source of humans, I guess, transformation of nature and easily available and I guess easily shapeable. You can nail them together, stick it together, or the whole artistry of woodwork that kind of click things in together. My dad used to be able to make furniture, and he proud himself for made a complete like a closet without using one nail. So everything just perfectly aligned and dovetailed together. So I know in woodwork that was a thing. And so tree, the source of the tree, make it into wood panels, wood containers, all kinds of woodware. That's big, like I guess one of the major material humans in early civilizations for their own world building, their habitats, their furnitures. So basically, both their home, the architecture of the housing, and inside the decorations, the furnitures made of wood. And oftentimes, because of Chinese tend to use wood for the housing and And the furniture, oftentimes they cannot endure time that well. So when we try to find ancient buildings, oftentimes it's a rare find because fire at some point is going to happen and things are going to be burned away. We have in our book records so many grand, big architectures and complex of things. So many generations of kings in the past have such almost like unlimited manpower and financial resources to build something, and so many times got burned down. And also the invaders or the conquerors or the later dynasties or rulers, they may want to burn up things. And what you see, the Forbidden City was started in Ming, I believe. So that's like 500, at least 500 or 600 years ago. So the later conqueror of, so Ming is the second to the last dynasty before the Republic, the modern China. So second to last, the last dynasty, the Qing, when they invade, they decided not to burn it down. So that's the rare, survivor of the ancient architecture that we can still admire today. Okay, that's wood. Major world building material for Chinese. 实木 simply is solid wood. I guess solid wood was in comparisons to, say, bamboo, which is the middle is empty. It's a tube. So solid wood simply means the middle part is all filled. It's not like bamboo. 木 nu, wood stammer. Okay, nu, we translate it as stammer, but probably it's not exactly because in Chinese we're talking about a speaking, but here it's inside speaking. It's like keeping the speaking to yourself. Like you may, due to physical reason or psychological reason, you don't want to be outspoken. It's the opposite of outspoken. It's inspoken, I guess, in a sense, right? Because this means in, and this is speaking, inspoken. And when that behavior paired with wood, we tend to mean it as bashful. Okay, bashful means reserved in social interaction. You don't want to talk to people. You hate small talk. You don't want to talk to strangers, things like that. So appear to observers who randomly upon you as, okay, this person is mu nu. It's like, it's not talkable. You cannot strike a conversation with this person. It's almost like impossible to break the ice with that person. So that's what mu nu feels like to Chinese. And we use wood, almost like wood for the most part. Well, wood was made into instruments, so it can be used to make beautiful sound. But for the most part, in our world building, it's furniture, it's housing, it's silent. So wood, I guess, paired with stammer to describe a human behavior is understandable. 木匠, wood craftsman. Ta-da! So it's carpenter. We don't have to create a separate word for carpenter versus smith. We just say 木匠, carpenter, craftsman who work with wood versus 铁匠, craftsman who works with iron. And that's our smith. So that's how Chinese operates. We don't have to create a new vocabulary all the time. We use existing ones who are kind of hold on to, in today's popular word, first principle, like an essential meaning, and you just pair it with different things, like Lego works. So that's how Chinese work. And here is one result of how the craftsmanship of carpenters shaped wood in such a almost like a perfectly aligned, right? But if you check closely, it's never going to be 100% perfect because it's handcrafted. Or maybe even with a facility of modern power tools, still there will be imperfections. But for the most part, it's well polished, well finished, human touched, with tool or without a tool, woodwork. So that's how Chinese express wood, both the top and the bottom of the whole tree, holistic view of the wood. Thank you for your time. See you another day.